Hello? Oh, hi. Just working on some YouTube video. The game? What game? Oh, no way. I totally forgot all about it. No. Thank you so much for telling me. Yeah, I'm going to go check. I'm going to check it out right now. Okay. All right, bye. Can't believe I forgot the game. So that's just one scenario where you might get a phone call saying the big game is on, or breaking news about the pandemic, and you're sitting at your desk cranking on a spreadsheet, and you got to go find a television set somewhere so you can check this out. Well, not anymore, because Samsung has come up with this particular monitor here. It's a 32-inch curved multimedia monitor. It's a 1920 by 1080 display operating at 60 hertz with an aspect ratio of 16:9. It comes with a built-in blue light filter, so you can hit eye saver mode, and that's supposed to reduce the fatigue on your eyes, because if you're sitting in front of a TV/monitor, you're going to be there for a while, right? So you can, if it's bothering you, you can turn that on and help your eyes out. It's Windows 10 certified. It has 2 HDMI inputs, 1 headphone jack, weighs just under 14 pounds, and it comes with the remote control, and it comes with built-in speakers that are 5 watts. Now, with regards to both of those, I don't know if 5 watts is enough, because I don't know what you might like or how loud you might like something to be. But if you're only a few feet away from the monitor, which most of us are when we're working on spreadsheets or video editing, then it might be sufficient. I don't know. We'll try it out and see. As far as the remote, I guess it would come in handy, so you don't have to fumble with the buttons that are usually underneath the monitor or on the back side of the monitor. But with all that being said, let's open it up and see what's inside. All right, so let me get something to help get this open. All right, put that away. Let's see what we got. Okay, so right off the bat, first thing on the lower right hand side, we have the power brick. Interesting shape, almost looks like one of the Apple iPad chargers, but we know that's not what's necessarily going on. I have no room to put anything. Set it here for now. And then here, this would be the base, of course. We'll get into that in a second. This is part of the stand. Looks like it just probably slides into place with a 1/4-inch screw. And in here we have 2 AA batteries, the other part to the power supply, and they included an HDMI cable, so you don't have to go out and get one of those. And here we have the remote control. Looks like we have power, mute, input, back, settings. Not exactly sure what this one is. I have to look into this. All right, here we go. So, first thing I noticed on this panel right off the bat is that you can mount this to a wall if you want to, or to some other, it doesn't have to necessarily be a wall, because if you're working at your desk, you can use a desk mount to connect 4 screws in there. Here's the 2 HDMI ports I mentioned earlier. This would be the DC in, and this would be your headphone jack. So let's see if I can get it out of here. Not very heavy at all. Now I'm sure, just like anybody else, you'd want to see what the front of this thing looks like. So let's get this flipped over. Again, let's get rid of the wrapping. Don't need that. There's your screen. I don't know if this is going to show. Well, there you go. There's the curvature that I was talking about. So I guess the best thing to do now would be to go ahead and get the stand on here. And then this is the power brick that we mentioned. Here's the stand. Let's see. Open this up. What do we have here? Instructions on how to assemble the stand. Here's the wrapping there. Peel this off. Nice and shiny there. And as I guess this would be the other part of it. I have noticed that Samsung is really packaging their products a lot better. It's more premium quality packaging going on. All right. And then this, to me, without reading the instructions, looks like it slides into place like that. And it does. Oh, on the bottom, I don't know if you can catch that. There's a turn screw, but it actually has, well, wings on there, I guess you could say, so that you can install this without the use of any tools. Now, depending on how strong you are or how comfortable you are with doing this, you might want to grab a screwdriver and crank this down even more, but I believe that's good enough. And then this, if you look at the shape of this, and you look at the bottom of the monitor, it looks like that just slides right in there, and it's kind of keyed, so you can't put it in the wrong orientation. It just goes in and it works. So, let's see. Well, I would like to get it on camera. So maybe if I turn it completely around, you get a better idea of how that goes. There you go. And then there you go. And that would be how it looks once you've assembled it. That would be the curvature of it, and that would be the back. That's probably a better view of the curvature. Again, that's 1800R. Get your remote. More packaging, of course. Slide this with the remote upside down, or remote facing the proper way. You would just slide this off and then lift on the back. And then you would put this guy in here, that one in there, and then what you want to do is slide this back on and push up. That's it. And now you have your functioning remote, your HDMI cable, your manuals. For those that want to see what these are talking about, this is important safety precautions here. This is warning important safety instructions. This is your guarantee. And this would be your quick setup guide, which I didn't care to look at, but there you go. It's in Portuguese, Spanish, French, and English. Don't need it either. So let's hook it all up and see how it works. Okay, so it does tilt up and down. If you want to swivel it, it's going to move the base as well. So all you get is this tilting motion, and yeah, you can't raise it or lower it either. This is the position it's in. What I didn't mention before is there is a power button on the bottom left corner of the back of the screen. On the back of your monitor, you're going to see two HDMI ports. I'm going to put one end of the cable into HDMI port 1. The other end of that cable is going to go right into my HDMI output from my laptop. Next, we'll take our supplied power adapter, the brick with the AC cable attached. We're going to take one in and plug it into the back of the monitor, and this one's going to go into the AC power down there. Okay, so now we have the remote, and it's kind of an odd shaped remote. You can see that it's kind of black on black, but in the top left corner is the power button. So let's try it out. Pretty nice, pretty nice. What you'll notice is that it's automatically mirroring my laptop over here. I just plugged in the HDMI, plugged in the power, hit the remote, turned it on, and there we go. I think I'm going to enjoy this. What I am going to do is, I did mention that we try out the speakers. So maybe if we go to, I don't know, maybe a YouTube channel. And okay, here's a Vietnam vet. We love our vets. We'll click on his video, see what we get. So let's go over these buttons real here, quick. Top left is the power button. Turns it off, turns it back on. This button here will mute the sound. There you go. But we want to hear our vet. This button here changes your input source to HDMI 2 back to HDMI 1. There you go. This button here in the middle, I'm assuming, is your menu, and there it is. So you can do picture mode, brightness, contrast, sharpness, color, HDMI black levels, eye saver mode that I mentioned before, on-screen display. Let me mute this for a second so you can hear me. But you have picture mode, brightness, contrast, sharpness, color, HDMI black level, eye saver mode, on-screen display for transparency, position, language, display time. You have your system menu for sound, economy saving plus, off timer plus, PC, audio visual mode, source detection, power LED on, HDMI, CEC, and there looks to be something else. And reset everything. Here's your back button on the bottom left. Information, that's your model number, serial number, which HDMI port you're plugged into, the resolution, the refresh rate, and so on. So all in all, I haven't tried my Premiere Pro on here yet. And that's the main reason I bought this. It was not for YouTube. So far, I'm loving this. This just seems like there's so much more real estate on my screen, and I can see things so much more clear. So while I was messing around with the remote and going through the settings, earlier we listened to the sound of the Vietnam vet shooting off his weapon here. But what I noticed was, once I went into the menu, we were only listening to it at 50%. So I'm going to crank this all the way up to 100. Now this video has more dialogue than shooting, so it's not boomy sound, it's more of a natural voice speaking. And so let's listen to this at full volume.
Passed on in October at the age of 90. You may remember his story that Ted was a designated sniper in the Battle of the Bulge.
Okay, so I think it sounds pretty good. If these are 5-watt speakers, they're pretty good speakers. I'm sure I'm going to get asked if this is a smart monitor or a smart TV, meaning it has a lot of apps like Netflix and Hulu, Vudu, ESPN, and whatnot. Well, it doesn't. It doesn't come that way, but you can make it smart by adding something like a Fire Stick, an Xbox, PlayStation, hook up your cable box to this through HDMI. That way, you don't have to miss the game like I did. It's a dual purpose monitor, and I think it works great. Okay, so there you have it. This again is a Samsung 32F39M. M stands for multimedia. It's not the best for gaming. It is not the best for watching movies or maybe even productivity, but it's a dual purpose monitor. So it serves its purpose as meeting the needs of the people that need a monitor to do both things. Again, as always, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe, like, hit the bell for new videos. Comment below if you liked the video, didn't like the video, have suggestions, questions. I always read my comments and I try to respond to every single one of them. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.